it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy. And in today's card making, I have a really cute card for you. It's one of my third cards from my stamp club. But before I go into that, I got to tell you today is the last day, and I keep forgetting to mention it, for bonus bucks. Bonus bucks? Yeah, so for through July, which today, believe it or not, is the last day of July, you place a $50 order $50 worth of products before shipping and tax, and Stampin' Up! Give you a $5 coupon that you can use in August towards your order in August. So anything you purchase, you just get $5 off using that bonus bucks when you spend $50 in July. And it's for every $50. Spend $100, you get 2 bonus bucks, and so on and so forth. So I want to be sure and say that because I keep forgetting to mention that one. Okay, let's go back to my card. So my card today is actually the third card of my stamp club. So in July and August at the stamp club, we're using the little sea turtles. If you see my channel, you've seen those cards, but I'm going to show them to you here. This was the card I made for them. And then thanks to, it goes this way, Thinking, Stamping, and Remarkably Made, I cased them. That's what we made at clubs. So what club means is you make a commitment and you place a $30 order depending on how many club members are in club. I try to keep my club small. Well, I think the good Lord keeps my club small because that's all I can handle. But usually it's 7 to 8 people, and I send you all the consumables. You buy the stamp set and the ink. Sometimes and usually it's a bundle. This time we chose the stamp set because my stamp club was interested in the reversible stamp set. So that's why we picked the sea turtle. But anyway, so we made these 2 cards. You can make them, we meet on Zoom and we make them all together. Or at the end of club, I make a video. And then you can make the cards at your own leisure and just watch the video. So anyway, again, that's what we made. These two cards in July, and then I made this as the third card that I just send with the packet. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how I made this card. Okay, I have all my pieces and parts here. We're going to start with just a scrap of basic white cardstock and this stamp here in this circle sayings. Now this happens to be one of my favorites. I did not realize when I bought this. I was intrigued because I'm always looking for words that go in a circle with a circle punch. So when they came out with the circle sayings, I'm like, yay, that's perfect. And then it has the coordinating punch, which is really nice. And let me show you a couple other cards that I've made with this stamp set or this bundle. So this was the first one, and this one I just cased out of the catalog. Just a simple little card like that. Now I colored this with my Stampin' Blends. I don't know if you can see I put a little bit of Wink Estelle on my wave. These are just strips of paper, and I use this wing-a-ding here just to create the background. So that was another third card that I did for Stamp Club. And then another card I made was for a swap, and it looks like this. It was a fancy fold swap, so we just did a little bit of fancy folding there. This is using that Countryside Designer Series paper. Again, there's this stamp here, and then I don't know if you noticed, but I colored a little bit of blue in there so it matched my cardstock. It looks like that. So isn't that cute? There's a ton of stuff, and they're quick, easy cards, especially when you're making a bunch of them. I have one more card, and I'll show it to you. Now, if you're a club member and you want to be surprised, because this is the third club for August Stamp Club that I'm working on. Hopefully I can get out in the mail in a couple of days here. But it looks like this, and look how cute that is. So that's a shaker card there. And I used that little cupcake and the celebrate and then the happy birthday. And then on the inside, I just used stuff from the balloon. That's what this Designer Series paper is, from the balloon suite. And then this die here, if you've seen that one, that's an online exclusive. And I'll make this card for you next week, but this is another way to use that stamp set. And this is what you'll get in your August kit if you decide to join Stamp Club, which we are always looking for new members, like I said. Let me show you Stamp Club's cards while I'm at it. Probably should have done that first, but look, I have a little surprise for you. Here is one of them that we're going to make, and here's the other one that folds flat and fits in an envelope, but it's a diorama card and stands up like that. And then on the back, of course, you write your message or whatever. So those are August cards, looks like, these 3 here. 2 of them we'll make in Stamp Club via Zoom or on the video at your own pace. And this one is what I'll send in the kit with you. This die here is the same, comes from the same die set as this one. So just so you know. Okay, let's go on to today's card. Enough talking about club, although I do love all my club members. I think we enjoy each other's company and we become good friends over the years. So there you go, that was my pitch for Stamp Club. I'm going to start first, like I said, with this piece here. And I can't decide, I think I'm going to punch it out first. I think I'm going to just take that circle. It's a photopolymer stamp set, which means it's clear so you can see through it. And I think it'd be easier to hit that circle the way we want it by punching it out first. So I'm going to punch my circle just in basic white, ink up my starfish shells and stuff like that in black Memento ink, so I'm going to color it with my Stampin' Blends. Let me move it down here where I can see. I don't want to get my head in the camera, although I might. And just around that circle edge, pretty close to the edge, because I want to leave as much room for my turtle in the center as I can. Yeah, looky there. I think it was wise to cut the circle first. Although if you line these up like this, you could probably just cut the circle second. I don't think it would matter that much. But there you go. Look how cute my little circle is there. So let's go ahead and color this. Like I said, I'm going to use my Stampin' Blends, and these are all, I think, dark. So I have Highland Heather, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, and Pool Party, which just coordinates again with the colors of the cardstock I chose for the cards. So I'm going to take and just quickly, probably should have done this before so you don't have to watch me color. And because this is just a background, it's not my focal point or anything like that, I'm going to just color it. I'm not going to worry about shading it. I'm not going to worry about all that fancy stuff you can do with Stampin' Blends. I'm going to just throw down some quick color. I can decide which ones. I'm going to try to keep it the same as the other ones so I don't have to think on camera because I'm lazy that way. And then, of course, my starfish have to be yellow. I might have used different colors now that I look at it. I think I might have used a lighter Daffodil Delight on my sample card here, but oh well, it's going to be dark this time. I'll do a couple more starfish here. I need to slow down and not try to hurry. I feel bad you watching me color, especially because I'm not even doing anything fancy like blending or nothing, but I'll hurry. Well, no, I just said I was going to slow down. I don't know, we'll see. Ooh, it looks like I might have used light Flirty Flamingo on my sample card too. Oh, this time it's going to be dark. It's going to be nice and vibrant. Okay, and then the last one is that Pool Party. Slap some color down here. There, and just like that, we have our nice little background piece. Okay, put that away. Let's continue stamping. So I'm going to bring in a piece of Pool Party. That's the front of our card here. This is 3 3/4 by 5. Now, if you're looking for the measurements, you don't have to worry about getting them right now because I'll have them on my blog, BeCreativeWithKathy.com. All the measurements are always on there, including a supply list of what I use to make the card. So this one takes a great big block. I'm going to keep my stamp this way. Oops, set my paper on my foam mat with my scratch paper. And I'm going to take, I'm going to leave it this way and ink it up like this. There we go. Just ink up that like this. Now I have the side, the flat side of the stamp down. And when I do the turtle, that might make more sense. And I forgot to stamp off. Hang on. Thank goodness the Stampin' Up's paper's two-sided, right? Let's turn that over. I want to stamp off first. I don't want it quite so dark. I want a really soft background, so much better. Okay, now let's see if I can remember to stamp off each time. And I'm going to kind of turn my stamp over and kind of butt them up together, I guess you'd say. So it has just a different. It doesn't look like the same pattern over and over again. And you can kind of see I even moved it a little bit to the left, move it a little bit to the right, but just to get that pattern on there. Now, when I first made this card, I thought I wanted to use the backgrounds. I was going to do the background like this, but instead of using the bubbles, I used the fish. And let me see, I thought I had that card here. Oh, maybe yes I do, looky there. So see the little fish, they make a great background pattern too. However, you have to stamp the fish a lot. And it would have taken a long time to get all those little fish on my card. So that's why I decided to go with the bubbles, or at least what I call the bubbles instead. Okay, we're all done. Nope, let's use that color one more time. So I'm going to get rid of all this. I'm going to bring in the card base, which is just basic thick white. You'll see in my videos I like to use that quite often. I think basic white is like the thick basic white is the perfect card base for your stamping. So here's where we're talking about reversible. So on my stamp, you have the cut that's kind of like die cut in there where you can see the pattern on the stamp. I'm going to make sure that that is up. So the flat side of my stamp is attached to my block. And I'm going to bring in some pretty peacock ink. And I'm going to stamp that little turtle. And you can see how those little, you can see the spaces in between, I guess, so it's not a solid. That way you know you have your stamp on the right side. Not that I know that from experience, but I'm going to bring my little turtle here and stamp him down. Now for my card, I would also stamp my little turtle on a piece of scratch paper so that I could fussy cut that out to put on the front of my card, but I've already done that for you, so I didn't have to watch me do more cutting. Now I'm going to take my stamp here and my chamois, and I'm going to clean my stamp. Because now I'm going to turn it over. And now what I've come to learn is the reversible stamps are a little bit thicker, so they're easier to do this. They have more stability, I guess you would say. But now I have that flat side. Now usually this is the side that we put on our block, but this time we're going to use it as a stamp. And I noticed there's something on my stamp, so I'm going to clean it. Probably something came off my block, which didn't look too clean to begin with. But there, now my stamp is clean again. I'm going to ink it up in Pool Party that coordinates with that cardstock we just used. And then I'm going to stamp it off because I don't want it too dark. And now you can see that it's a solid stamp. And then I'm going to line it up here. Just kind of hover around until it looks good. And then press it down. And then look, our little turtle has that two-step stamping by using the same stamp, just both sides. And then, like I said, when you take it like that and you fussy cut it out, you get a little turtle that looks like that we're going to use on the front of our card that I did in advance so you wouldn't have to watch me. Okay, we have one more thing to stamp, and it's on here. That, thinking of you, let me grab a block here. And let me see the stamp set. This right here, this thinking of you, I want to stamp that on my card. So I'm going to bring it in like this. And I'm going to bring my circle because this fits inside the circle. And as you notice here, I want it to fit above the circle. So since it's photopolymer, I can kind of reshape my stamp. So I'm going to take my block and set it above my circle like this. And I'm going to put my stamp on there and kind of widen it so I can see that now as it sticks to my block, it's going to fit above my circle. So see how I kind of just put it on there and placed it so it's a little bit like stretched out. It's not the same shape it would be. I don't know. I'll show you after. I don't know how I can show you how it would be. I could take it off and stamp it. But now when I stamp it, it's going to fit above that circle rather than in that circle. And I'm going to use that pretty peacock again. And I'm going to kind of just guess on my card whereabouts I want my thinking of you. Because I want it a little bit above center. In fact, let's put our circle there so I can kind of have a guess. And I think it's going to look good right there. Now I'm going to make sure I go straight down and straight up because it's that lined image. And then look how good that looks because you can reposition or resize your stamps when they're photopolymer. So there you go, little tip there. Now it's time to put everything together. A quick, simple card, but yet has a little bit of wow. Get rid of that. We'll fold. This was, I said, 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Just your basic card base. Again, too, though, I will have the measurements on my blog, becreativewithkathy.com. And I'm going to put a little bit of tape runner just back here on my pool party. I have another layer of Highland Heather. This is 5 1/4 by 4. It's on there. Yay! Just right. Let's put this to the front of our card. Make sure that my turtle's where I want him so I don't put my card together upside down. Not that I've ever done that before. All right, maybe I have. But making mistakes seems to be my strong point. Sometimes in my videos I'll show you what not to do rather than what to do. So there we go. Nice, happy little card. I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. And I had them, yep, here they are. Brand new pack of dimensionals here. And then how do I want, I think I want to set it, well, I don't think it matters. I'm going to just set it right there underneath my nice reposition thinking of you. I think it's pretty centered. Now the last thing I'm going to do to my turtle before I put him on my card is I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to kind of start at the center and curve him down on both sides. So he's kind of got that little curve. Kind of remember those tiddlywinks or toys you used to buy that you used to snap and make them bounce across the floor? Maybe it was just my kids. I remember for fundraisers that was the toy they brought home one time. But anyway, so he looks like that. And then with mini dimensionals, I'm going to just put a couple right here under his head. And then maybe just one down here under his bum, making sure that I don't get the sides, because he's going to be round this time. And I'll probably have to push him down onto my card because he has quite a bit of curve there. But then just take him and center him right there in the center. And there you go. So there's my card. Very simple, very easy. I think that if you wanted to turn it into a birthday card, you could put happy birthday on the inside. You could turn it, I think, into a sympathy card, a retirement card. Anytime you're thinking of somebody, this would be a great card to send out. Alrighty, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget those bonus days. If you're interested in club, we're always, like I said, looking for a new member. We're starting again in August. We don't meet in December. We always take December off. We'll be using the turtle stamp set. Like I said, we used it in July, and we'll use it again in August, and then we'll pick a new bundle. I have to go August, September, October, and maybe November because we don't meet in December. So the next bundle we might use for 3 months. Now, sometimes in November, we do Christmas cards instead. So who knows? It's usually what the group votes on. Okay? The other thing, and as a bonus, I just decided to do that if you decide to join club in August, I'll go ahead and send you the cards. You can still watch the video that's on my channel for July. So you'd be able to do July's kit, July's pack. I can't find here's August, and August pack when you join, whoops, in August. And there's a video out there that I show you how to put them together. And there's supply list. That's the other thing I do for Stamp Club is I send you a supply list so you know what to have on hand. And usually I try to stick to the same ink colors so you don't have to have a ton of ink colors. Alrighty, like I said, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching, and I plan to see you back here very soon. If not, I'm hoping I have so many cards I want to show you. I'm hoping to come back Thursday, but if not, I'll see you back here next Monday for sure. Have a great week. Bye-bye.